Hello students and viewer. Today I am going to explain about mechanism of non-symbiotic nitrogen fixation. So see, these are the points of biological biotechnology or biological nitrogen fixation. So in my previous lectures I have explained about diisotopes, their ecology, special features, and now this is the second point. See, mechanism of non-symbiotic nitrogen fixation. This point I am going to cover in today's lecture. Now, so see here, I have given one image of nitrogenase complex. So nitrogenase complex, nothing but nitrogenase enzyme. So we know that earlier I have explained you nitrogenase and hydrogenase. These two enzymes, they are very important during nitrogen fixation. So in this particular image I'm going to explain you how nitrogenase work and how it helps to fix atmospheric nitrogen. So let's begin with it. So now see here, let me take pen. Okay, so you are observing here, this is the ferredoxin, FD. FD, this stands for ferredoxin and it is written over RET. It is in reduced form, right? So when ferredoxin is in reduced form, it gives electrons. Okay, means it has electrons and it becomes in its reduced form, right? So now it has, as it has the electron, now it gives electron to further this nitrogenase complex. So here see, these electrons is given by ferredoxin to whom? To this Fe protein, right? Fe stands for ferro. In earlier lecture we have seen nitrogenase complex is made up of this smaller unit, that is Fe protein and molybdoferroprotein, right? So this Fe protein is a smaller unit and MOFE protein, it is larger unit, right? So this ferredoxin gives electron to this Fe protein, but Fe protein should be in its oxidized form, right? I have written over here OXI. It is oxidized form of ferroprotein, right? Now, to carry out nitrogenase enzyme, it requires some energy. So energy, it is taken from ATP. We know that adenosine triphosphate is the energy containing molecule, right? It provides energy for the reaction which are going on within the cell. Now here see Mg++. So magnesium ion, they act as activator for the reaction of these nitrogenase. So Mg++, they are going to act as activator. This is activates the reaction, hence it is called as activator, right? So ferroprotein should be in oxidized form to accept the electron which is coming from reduced ferredoxin, right? Now this Fe protein, when it takes the electron, obviously it is going to reduce, and hence here I have written Fe protein which is reduced form, right? And then this electron which is again transfer further to MOFE protein which is reduced form, right? So these electrons, they are from the Fe protein, they are transferred to MOFE protein oxidized form, and then this oxidized form of MOFE protein When it takes the electron, it is immediately getting converted into its reduced form. And here now see, when this reduced form of molybdoferroprotein will occurs, then obviously at the same time it is going to have this oxidized form of Fe protein. Okay, means simultaneously these two form of molybdoferroprotein and Fe protein, they are getting formed. Let me change the color of my pen. So electron first coming from this thing, from ferredoxin, they are taken up by whom? They are taken up by ferroprotein, and this oxidized form of ferroprotein, when it takes the electron, then it is going to convert into Fe protein reduced form. Now electrons from this Fe protein reduced form is accepted by whom? Is accepted by this MOFE oxidized form protein. And then this electron from this MOFE protein oxidized form, they are going to convert into MOFE protein reduced form, and simultaneously Fe protein oxidized form will produced. Right? Now, when this MOFE protein, which is in reduced form, in this condition, now listen very carefully. Now MOFE protein, when it is in its reduced form, then it's going to fix the nitrogen. See here. Okay, it is going to combine with this nitrogen. So not only the nitrogen, here it is N2O. It is nitrous oxide. Right? I will not write over here. N2O, it is nitrous oxide. Then C2H2 is acetylene. This is what? Acetylene. This is H plus ion, and this is above it is N2. Right? So N2 is nothing but what? Our nitrogen. Right? N2O, nitrous oxide. C2H2 is acetylene. And this MOFE protein reduced form, when combined with this N2, then it is going to convert into our main product, that is NH3. So NH3 is nothing but what? Here it is ammonia, right? It is ammonia. Now, what happened to this ammonia? That I will tell you in my next coming slides. So till here, please remember, yes, C2H4, that is nothing but ethylene. This is ethylene, right? This is acetylene. This is nitrous oxide. I will write only NO, nitrous oxide, right? So likewise, this N2 along with another this substrate, that is N2O, C2H2 getting converted into C2H4 plus N2 plus H2O and NH3. So main product is ammonia, right? So likewise, once more, it is H2 is also produced over here, right? H2. So now this H2, that should not be present within the cell where this actually nitrogen fixation is going on, right? So this H2, again image is there in a pink dots. Okay, so all these dots, so I will again give you a full line of it so that you will get it. So H2 is again taken up by whom? By hydrogenase. So this is, see, this is the enzyme which takes up this H2, which is formed during the fixation of nitrogen. So, so H2 is taken up by the hydrogenase, and then H2 is getting converted into a two hydrogen atoms, and then with the help of this H2, the ferredoxin, which is in oxidized form, is getting into its reduced form, right? So a question may arise in your mind. Suppose H2 will remain as it is within the cell, then what will happen, right? So if the H2 will remain as it is, then it is going to inhibit the nitrogenase activity, right? And hence we have to remove this H2 immediately when the H2 is getting formed. So H2 is taken up by hydrogenase, and that is the main function of hydrogenase. And hydrogenase is removing the hydrogen from the particular cells, and it gives the environment, a favorable environment to the nitrogenase enzyme to fix atmospheric nitrogen. So that is the main key role played by nitrogenase enzyme as well as hydrogenase enzyme. Now come to the next actual reaction. Now see. So see here, I have given this nitrogen fixation in Clostridium pastorianum. So Clostridium pastorianum, this is anaerobic obligate bacteria. Okay, so this is anaerobic. So anaerobic is nothing but what? This is completely required oxygen free environment, means without oxygen it can grow. And obligate means strictly without oxygen it is going to have have its life cycle. So anaerobic obligate bacteria, that is Clostridium. So here I'm going to explain you how this nitrogen fixation takes place in this bacteria, right? So this is the cycle. Now see here. So this is what glycolysis process, right? So glycolysis process, this is the first step of our respiration, right? Glucose is the product of photosynthesis, right? Hmm? So if this glucose is further utilized, that means this is reaction of respiration. So when glucose is converted into a pyruvate or pyruvic acid. So here see student, when this suffix ate comes, that you have to remember that is acid. Okay, in short form it is written as wet, pyruvate. Okay, suppose there will be a malic acid, then you have to call, or it is written in many books it is written as malate, right? Oxalate, oxalic acid, it is written as oxalate, malate, malic acid. Okay, so here pyruvate is nothing but pyruvic acid, right? So these are the uh, steps of glycolysis, right? So this further pyruvate, it is getting converted into 2-acetyl CoA, right? So this is the oxidative metabolism of pyruvate, means pyruvate to further reaction, this is oxidative metabolism, right? So here see again here HS-CoA. So these are the coenzyme. HS-CoA, there is no any full form for this HS. Okay, there are some coenzymes which are going to help during the oxidation reactions. So this is HS-CoA. This is the one kind of coenzyme which going to reduced in a carbon dioxide, right? So this 2 pyruvate, it is going to convert into a 2 acetyl CoA, and further these 2 acetyl CoA, they are going to convert into butyric acid. See here, butyric acid and acetic acid. See, acetyl CoA further going to form into these two, right? These two products. So butyric acid and acetic acid. Now, from this acetic acid, when the acetic acid will form, at that time, the adenosine diphosphate is going to convert into a adenosine triphosphate. Okay, so our main motto of having or the formation of acetic acid is to get the this energy, ATP energy. Okay, so just now I have explained that ATP energy is required for the uh, uh, well working of our nitrogenase enzyme, right? So to get the ATP we have to have this oxidative metabolism of pyruvic acid, right? So who is going to indirectly going to provide ATP? Pyruvate. Pyruvate is going to provide ATP to this reaction. Getting? So this ATP written over here as MgATP. So as I explained earlier again Mg++, right? So magnesium ions, they are act as activator. So here written as MgATP. So don't get confused with along with ATP, Mg is written, right? So MgATP means Mg++ ion which are also used to activate this nitrogenase complex or the nitrogenase enzyme. Now, so when this MgATP will comes, this reduced ferredoxin will convert it into a oxidized ferredoxin, right? And this MgATP will again converted into a ADP plus inorganic phosphate. So compulsory ATP going to convert into a its triphosphate going to convert it into a diphosphate, and Pi means inorganic phosphate. So as I said earlier, these electrons they are taken up by whom? They are taken up by this oxidized Fe protein. Please do remember, always the electron they are taken up by oxidized ferroprotein, and then it get converted into a Fe protein in reduced form. Reduced Fe protein, and reduced Fe protein again gives electron further, same see here, to whom? To MOFE protein, oxidized MOFE protein, and MOFE protein again transfer its electron, or this is the form, reduced form, which is going to combine with our main nitrogen, or it going to combine with the two hydrogen atoms, and then it is going to convert this N2 into NH3, right? So NH3 nothing but here ammonia, or if it is going to combine with the two hydrogen atom, it is going to form hydrogen, right? So likewise the formation of this ammonia is takes place, but student do remember ammonia which is formed by the fixation of nitrogen, that should not be remain for a longer time within a particular cell, because ammonia again it is harmful. Getting? So ammonia, this is we called it as a free ammonia or toxic ammonia. So this ammonia is they can affect the plant if it is remain as it is within the plant. So it has to be converted into a various forms or various amino acids, right? So which amino acid is going to form, I will show you in my next slide. So this ammonia, NH3 ammonia, should not be remain within the plant. Okay, so why? What is the reason? Because if it is remain, it is going to burn the leaves, it is going to burn or blacken the roots, and this ammonia, if we are also having the environment which is full of ammonia, then it's again going to affect the animals, human beings. It's burning of eyes, nose, throats, and even the respiratory tract will be going to affect, and finally it results into a blindness, lung damages, and even the death. So such a harmful ammonia is, right? So that ammonia should be converted into its usable form, and then it is remain within the plant or in animal body. So this is the uh, N2 fixation in whom? This is in bacteria, right? Which bacteria? This is anaerobic obligate black bacteria, which is Clostridium pastorianum. So this is this cycle I have shown you. Now come towards this next life cycle. Sorry, not life cycle, this is the N2 fixation, but it is in, now this is in algae, right? In a blue green algae, how nitrogen fixation takes place. So by looking at the diagram, please don't take any tension. I will explain you one by one and very slowly, so that you will get the content of this cycle, right? So here I will start with this CO2. Okay, before that I will see here, this is the rounded part. Okay, let me take this first laser pointer. This rounded part, this is a vegetative cell, as name is also written over here. This also a rounded cell, that is a, again this is vegetative cell, and in between this vegetative cell, this is the bigger cell, right? This is the bigger cell. So this bigger cell is nothing but our heterocyst cell. Hmm? So a heterocyst is always a bigger cell as compared to our vegetative cells. So these are having a thick wall, as well as it is pale in color as compared to vegetative cell. So heterocyst is the site of N2 fixation in case of algae, right? Heterocyst, they are only present in algae. Please do remember. In case of bacteria, such a case we are not observed earlier. Okay, just now. Here heterocyst, it is the site where nitrogen fixation takes place in the algae, and even this primitive algae, that is cyanobacteria. Hmm. So let's begin with our main reactions. So let me take again pen. So I will take it off another color. Okay, fine. So see here. So in case of algae, what you have to remember, nitrogenate activity, when it's going to work properly, right? So in a year 1980, the Hasselkorn scientist and Volk scientist, they found that the heterocyst of Anabina, I'm talking about Anabina now, right? So heterocyst of Anabina, they work properly, and it is totally depend on the hydrogen and oxygen supply. Okay, so during light or during daytime, so Anabina nitrogenase activity is in good condition, and it depend on the hydrogen only. Whereas in the dark condition during night time, the nitrogenase activity, it is depend on oxygen as well as hydrogen. Okay, please do remember, oxygen and hydrogen, they are required during night time for the well functioning of nitrogenase enzyme, whereas during daytime it is depend on the hydrogen only. So you see here, so I will start with this CO2 first. Okay, from here I will start with this particular point. So this CO2 getting converted into a phosphoglyceric acid, right? So this phosphoglyceric acid CO2 fixation means this is the reaction of our photosynthesis. Okay, in case of previous, which reaction we have seen? Respiration reaction we have seen, right? So this, when CO2 is getting fixed, that means our photosynthesis reaction is going on. So for this reaction, I must suggest you to please go through the photosynthesis and respiration cycles in a 12th book, 12th state board or 12th NCERT books. So you will get it all these reactions, right? Suppose we write the whole reaction of this photosynthesis, then we will neglect the main intention of our entofixation. Hence these reactions, they are written in a short way, means first product and its last product only, right? So CO2, it's getting fixed, and it forms the phosphoglyceric acid. Further, this phosphoglyceric acid converted into a maltose, which is a disaccharide, and this maltose as it is, see what I'm saying, this maltose as it is going to shift from a vegetative cell to which cell? Heterocyst cell. So maltose as it is going to shift. It is not shown over here in this cycle, but maltose as it is going to shift from vegetative cell to heterocyst, and then further this maltose they are converted into glucose 6 phosphate, right? G6P, that is nothing but glucose 6 phosphate. So now this glucose 6 phosphate they are oxidized, right? Here nothing is written over here, but glucose 6 phosphate it is involved in this reaction. This is the whole reaction, students. Please see my green color circle. So these are the whole oxidative, I will write on the short forms triple P, right? Oxidative pentose pathway, right? So why this pathway occurs? What is the need of it? Again, recall the old previous cycles. So this PPP pentose phosphate pathway. Okay, first P is for pentose, then phosphate, then pathway, and O stands for oxidative, right? So this oxidative pathway, pentose pathway occurs, and in which this glucose 6 phosphate is getting oxidized. Okay, so what is the main intention of this pentose pathway is to create, let me change my pen again, to create this particular molecule, which this, what is written over here, NADPH. Okay, so NADPH, these are again the cofactors which are required for a reaction. Suppose this NADPH getting converted into NADP, right? And NADP, when it gets one hydrogen atom, it's getting converted into NADPH, right? So please student do remember, when we are going to see this NADPH, okay, and when is going to utilize further, so this NADPH is utilized, then means further reaction is of anabolic reactions. Which reactions? Anabolic reaction. Okay, there are two kinds of reaction, anabolic and catabolic. So anabolic is nothing but what? It is a synthesis reaction. Catabolic means a breakdown, right? So breakdown means, suppose glucose is breaking down. Glucose is further utilized to form a pyruvic acid. So when there it is utilized, then it is a breakdown process or a catabolic process. When now here it is some product is going to form, right? See here glutamine. So this is getting formed over here. So for this purpose NADP is H is used, right? So for anabolic reactions, this NADPH is getting formed. So here NADPH, NADPH is nothing but what? Nicotinamide. First N stands for nicotinamide. A, next A stands for adenine. D stands for dinucleotide, and PH stands for phosphate. Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. So that is NADPH. So further this NADPH going to combine with whom? See again over here, it is going to combine with oxygen, right? NADPH is going to combine with whom? Oxygen. In inner heterocyst cell, oxygen is not written. Okay. So oxygen which is present within the environment outside of the cell, they are taken up by whom? NADPH. And NADPH, when it combines with the oxygen, it creates the environment. What I am saying, see, listen very carefully. NADPH, when it combines with the oxygen, then it creates the environment to uh, whom? To ferredoxin. Means ferredoxin get reduced over there. So it creates the environment so that ferredoxin get reduced, and in turn, okay, see next arrow, in turn, from the photosystem 1, this reduced ferredoxin also going to develop, right? Fine. So see, again I'm going to show you a previous slide, this thing heading. So why this ferredoxin is required over here? So that ferredoxin, when it is in reduced form, that is going to give the electron, right? So same reaction is going to occur over here, right? So when it is in reduced form, then it is going to give you here, see here, electron is written over here, right? So these electrons, they are given to our now here flower-like structure, that is a nitrogenase enzyme. Okay, it is a book printing mistake. It is R, it is not a R, it is nitrogenase enzyme. It's S should be there, right? So nitrogenase enzyme, that when it takes the electron, okay, then this N2, see here, this N2 is going to convert into NH4 plus is here, okay, just look at the plus over there, right? So NH4 plus. So now what is the difference between NH3 and NH4 plus, right? So NH3, that is nothing but what? I will write over here, NH3, that is nothing but our ammonia, right? Ammonia. And NH4, that is nothing but ammonium ion, NH4 plus, right? So this is ammonium ions, right? Ammonium ion, right? So this ammonium ion is non-toxic, and whereas this ammonia is very harmful or toxic. And this NH4 further, see now, further what is going to happen for this ammonium ion? So ammonium ion going to combine with whom? Going to combine with this glutamate. See this glutamate plus, I'm going to write over here, this is NH4 plus, right? And these two going to form this glutamine, right? So glutamate or glutamic acid going to convert into a glutamine. It's one kind of amino acid, right? So again the condition is here for the synthesis of this glutamine. Please listen again very carefully. What's condition is there? If the GS, now see, let me change again my color of pen. GS, this is the GS, and this see here GOGAT. Okay, so GS, first G stands for, even if GOGAT, and here in GS also, first G stands for glutamine, and here in S, synthetase. Okay, as glutamine is going to form, the enzyme name is glutamine synthetase. Please do remember, glutamine synthetase. So glutamate plus NH4 plus going to gives you glutamine. So condition is what? This GS should be more and GOGAT should be less. Here in heterocyst, right? This is the condition to form this glutamine, right? GS should be more, I will show you this arrow, and GOGAT should be less, so that glutamine will form. So glutamine is the first product of nitrogen fixation in algae. Please do remember, in case of bacteria, we have seen ammonia is the product. in case of Clostridium. In case of here in this cyanobacteria, glutamine is a one kind of amino acid is the first product of this nitrogen, and glutamine as it is going to transfer from this heterocyst to this vegetative cell. See here glutamine, here again it is a glutamine written. Now this glutamine going to combine with whom? Alpha ketoglutaric acid. Glutarate, again see here, rate, ATE, 8. Here acid, alpha ketoglutarate or alpha ketoglutaric acid. So this glutamine combines with alpha ketoglutaric acid and with the help of this GOGAT. Okay, so GOGAT is nothing but what? First G, again the same, glutamine. O stands for oxo and G stands for again uh, glutarate. A stands for amino, T stands for transferase. So see again glutamine, oxoglutarate, amino transferase. So that is a GOGAT, right? So these with the help of this GOGAT, this glutamine going to form glutamate. Two molecules of glutamate. One molecule, this is the I will write here first molecule of glutamate or glutamic acid, and this is the second molecule of glutamic acid formed from glutamine along with alpha ketoglutaric acid, right? So this first glutamate is going to convert into a other metabolites. These are various. Okay, please do remember only other metabolites, whereas the second molecule of glutamate again going to shift from vegetative cells to heterocyst, and again this reaction will repeat it. So likewise the nitrogen fixation takes place in a heterocyst of cyanobacteria, and likewise the interaction between this heterocyst and vegetative cell will takes place, right? So here please do remember, I will highlight now, this is the first photosynthesis reaction where CO2 is getting fixed. Getting? This is the another cycle, that is oxidative pentose phosphate pathway, in which NADPH is going to form, right? And that NADPH combines with the atmospheric oxygen and creates the environment to reduce this ferredoxin, and then this ferredoxin, reduced ferredoxin transfer electron. Okay, our main intention is what? Ferredoxin should be in reduced form and that should be transfer electrons so that nitrogenase will combine or fix the atmospheric nitrogen. Okay, that is the main intention. So likewise this is the nitrogen getting fixed in a algae as well as in the bacteria, right? So if you have, I think I have slowly I have explained all these things, but even if any problem, please do call me. Thank you for patience listening.